It's just started streaming. Awesome.
And then I did get your between game score display updated, so that should be good.
All right.
There we go over here.
This has not been updated.
Oh. Let me see this one. Done.
Thank you, Jesse, or tinfoil hat man. Sorry, I was just trying to fix something. I had the mic muted. That's why I was quiet. I was just trying to figure audio's quiet. Audio for the game or me talking? I don't know. Desktop. We may be getting into draft soon. They're ready for the draft. We are. bio break. It's muffled. Let me check it. Yeah, I think there's some audio.
Muffled and breaking out. If I get that closer and see if that helps.
Alright. We're trying something and we're gonna see if that helps. Hello, hello. Hello. Yeah, I think I may hear it slightly breaking up. Let me know if it's better now. I think we are getting into the draft. Yay! Yep. CSUDH is blue side, ECU is red side. That means the displays will not match up, at least for this match. They ban Breck and Syndra, we ban their support Swain. Their support is the highest rated player on their team. So getting rid of the Swain early, never a bad idea. They're taking their time, probably contemplating a jungle pick to ban. Yep, they do ban our Nunu. We should be seeing a Gnar or Xayah ban. We see the Xayah getting rid of their one-trick pony. We see the Gnar ban and the Lilia ban. Sorry, I zoned out for a second there. I'm not sure what they're first picking. Probably a support or jungle or ADC. ADC. We instantly lock into Ivern, giving them something to ban for next game. We lock the Jhin. Lock the Jhin so that Miguel can be on a comfort pick. They lock the Jax, could be sent top or jungle. Oh yeah. By the way, if people are tuning in and don't know the lore behind this match, we got to the regular season finals, played against CSUDH in a best of five. We went to 5 games and unfortunately lost. It was super close, but sad. We do pick the Nico for Ali. Giving her that comfort is nice. Never going wrong. We're deciding what to ban. We gotta ban something. No ban. I am expecting to see something in the chat being like, oh, we meant to ban X. They banned the Urgot. I'd like to see a Galio ban. Oh wait, no, never mind. They picked the Ari. Yeah. They have support. So maybe like the Poppy? Alistar. Hopefully that's something we actually are like, oh yeah, he plays this, let's ban it. Not a trauma ban. Because we did have some trouble with it in our practice matches. I would be expecting to see a Renekton here from the side of ECU. Or maybe even the Zac. Because Zac Ivern sounds like a pain to get through. I'd like to see the Zac. Show us the Zac. Show us the Zac. Yes! Zac's just... We don't really have any real frontline, and we don't want to put Brecken on someone who does that. So not only is Zac going to be good for that, the iron shields on him are going to be nasty. Him with Daisy, the knock-up, all the CC they provide. Uh-oh. I hope their top laner can't play Gwen. She's a tank shredder, and she's going to be a real pain for Nathan. Maybe what we might consider doing, but might not, is we could have Brecken on AP Zac mid and send Nathan top on like a Trendemir. Because after we had a devastating loss to a Gwen, I decided to Galio support, I hope. RA sort of can be played support. Yeah. Brecken picking up the Yone. I think Yone is a champion who will be able to 1v1 the Gwen later in the game. Also, if the Galio is mid, he's not going to have the issue that he had last time where he just can't make a lead. Because Yone does primarily physical damage. He has some magic damage mixed in with his passive, every other auto attack, every other Q. His W and his... I know his ult is 50-50. Not too sure about his W. Um, I will say, Gwen is immune plus Galio R seems annoying. Especially with the lockdown they have. They have Ari Charm into Jack Stun, Caitlyn Trap, Galio Taunt. I think it's easier to land Taunt into Charm into Knock Up Trap, Stun. but they have a lot of CC on the side of CSCDH, but so do we.
You care for this? We need it.
It's actually rather chilly in here right now.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
I'm confused by the end of their draft.
What's that?
The Ari Gwen Galio, who's going support on their team is what I'm
Galio.
trying to figure out. Galio? Yep.
Their support has a match or two, I think, with Galio, and their mid laner are already picked. We saw their Ari last time that we faced them.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what's up there, but I need it gone.
Yeah, I think the thing on the side broke off. Let's go.
Sensitivity.
Is it low?
Somebody's playing Minecraft on this computer. It's crazy.
I had called the Zac pick because I'm like, wait a minute. Ivern Zac? That sounds nasty. And it
Yeah.
also gives us a tank for the team.
Both teams have junglers that play quite a bit of mastery on Ivern. So the fact that it was left open and they didn't prioritize that pick, I'm shocked. They might have mentally prepared though for us to play Ivern. I'm not really sure.
Yeah. Did we have a plan on what we'd pick into the Ivern if they picked it?
Well, it's tricky. My first thought would be to pick 80, but Jesse's main AD champ in the jungle is probably
Yuko.
Yeah, probably. And that's terrible in Ivern. It's just
Yeah.
terrible. Or at least he said very firmly that he was not playing Viego and Ivern.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I'm still trying to wrap my head around these comps, honestly.
I thought it may have been Jack's jungle when I first saw it.
So the last time we faced them, they had nothing but the range top playing top laner, who played nothing but Gnar. I'm interested to see how volatile this top lane becomes. Because before it was, step up for a minion, get poked 3 or 4 or 5 times, and now we're looking at something where there's more potential for cheese. I just consider Zac top a cheese pick as well. And I don't know.
Especially if we
It's
think
kind of like Warwick top. It's just got a cheesy way to sustain and quote unquote outplay by stepping on your blobs and infinitely sustaining. So
don't worry, they can also step on your blobs to deny you from them.
and take 3 auto attacks and
Yeah.
get stunned and knocked up. And then have 3 other blobs they have to try and step on. Yeah, good luck. That's more mastery than I expected on his Jax.
Gwen
With how much he played
jungle.
Gnar. Gwen jungle is probably in
Oh
preparation.
yeah! I forgot that the new map we'd be playing on that.
Yeah.
Objective timers. Yep, good to see us again.
That's oddly positive for a league game. Look at these guys setting an example for what it could be.
DH
And
has a weird
there's
level 1
Nathan.
positioning. Because to me, it'd make more sense for the mid laner to be mid. Because with the jungler mid, you may be able to scout out where they head.
I couldn't tell you. I'm actually curious.
Minions have spawned.
Late invading an Ivern. Just for a ward. There will be no bloodshed yet.
I don't know. Jesse got an Ottawa.
Gwen's clear
Wait,
as rune.
That Jax just got +1 gold.
Yeah, he's fishing.
Cheating. Bug abuse.
No, if you AFK in the river as Jax, you go fishing. And you also got +1 AP for like 10 seconds.
Nathan said he was confident into this matchup. Gets the bone plating out. He's got priority on the. No, he doesn't.
That's how you play LA mids.
You get harassed. You need to keep your health up so you can play off the bounce. Whenever the wave finally bounces, we get an early engage from the Galio on Ali.
Because they hit
Will
level
this
2
lead to a
first.
kill? She is
The
still
ignite.
stuck.
Yeah.
First blood goes to you, CSUDH. Let's sit there and look at my cheat sheet over here.
Yep.
But it could be worse. I guess still able to CS in the meantime. Jack's getting these early trades, so it feels probably like he's winning, but I'm sure Nathan knows how to abuse his passive to where he can just continue to heal and stay in the lane. Brecken doing a good job holding his Q3 there so he can be sure to land it on the Ahri after she's lost the movement speed from her W.
An important
Another
thing.
Q3 landed. Shields all the damage from the Ahri's W.
An important thing to note about Yone is now his E, he cannot buffer CC with it. So this matchup is probably a tad bit harder as you can't as easily escape from the E. Looks like Galio's going in for another engage, but the root from Ali means they don't outright die.
The taunt from the Galio almost guarantees the Caitlyn trap also lands.
Yeah.
That is just filthy. Look at that. I'm sure this Jax felt like he was winning too, but now something that Jax has to worry about that Nathan does not is mana. Only thing Nathan has to balance is his health bar, whereas Jax is already running low on mana and he's got a wave crashing into him already. It's not like he can set up his own recall at any given moment right now without basing and TPing back, which is a critical summoner spell that will be down for the next 5 minutes and gives Nathan an opportunity to get an item advantage by staying in the lane and farming longer than the Jax. Yeah.
He needs to be sure next time to kill the wave slow enough so it will bounce back. Looks like Jax is gonna have to recall because he's out of mana, and I think Nathan's shoving the wave in the meantime.
Already starting to develop a CS gap in the mid lane. Both junglers appear to be even. Jesse's taking the back right now. Okay. Brecken narrowly avoids tower aggro there. Probably gonna take, yeah, now's a good time to back. Let's see, does this mid wave have a cannon?
Nope.
Yeah. Ideally, you want to recall whenever there's a cannon going because
Yeah.
it's a little harder to push those waves.
Jax teleports back with the Sheen, whereas Nathan walks back. So if he can play this bounce properly, he'll have a massive advantage on this Jax. Galio taunts and gets away. Nico Kwan used to trigger the trap.
They just have priority on that with Brecken being low health. Same with Miguel being kind of low on mana. Oh, gets the passive out.
But Jesse's here. Jesse's gonna wait to land the Q till he gets slow.
Oh, and
Oh,
he misses
man.
the Q.
I think he was trying to wait till Nathan was back up so Nathan could follow.
Nathan did have R. It looks like he just,
Opted out.
I don't know. Maybe he thought Jesse would get there in time so he could save it just to secure the kill, maybe, but
Jesse knows something's up.
yeah, the Gwen's not going to be able to. Did she? Oh, she did
No.
get him. Oh, no, they were marked beforehand.
Yeah.
Jesse probably walked up and spotted. Yeah. Oh, well played by Nathan to be able to dodge that stun at the last second there. Jack's going into it.
He does
Looks
have
like
to
he's
be
opting for the penalty
careful because we
Like-
see Gwen top now.
force. Yes, his E is on cooldown as well. He's likely going
And
to.
he has no passive.
Well, she doesn't have 6 yet, so she doesn't have the ability to slow him to the point where he basically can't move. She just sits there and uses her Q on him.
And because the R engage, it looks like the Gwen opted to run flash and not ignite or ghost. Gwen
I
is
have no
immune.
idea what you just said, Record.
Gwen
Don't know.
opted for flash and not ghost. Because you'll
Caitlyn and Gallia landing quite a bit of burst on Miguel there, but he is able to get out. Still very even in gold. CSUDH with a 1 kill lead, but it's like,
we have CS
True.
lead mid.
yes,
To
and everywhere else
compensate.
quite even. Jungle, Jesse's leading by about 10 as well.
Support's down 9 PS. Welcome to ML3. Thanks for tuning in and watching.
Curious. Looks like Jesse is gonna get these void grubs uncontested though. And one thing that's a positive about that is the side laning potential from Jax is a little bit buffered there. I'm willing to bet if he's got grasp, there's a good chance he's probably got demolish as well.
Yeah.
Or shield bash.
Jax doesn't get shields.
Doesn't he get a shield from his E?
No. That would make it busted.
Oh.
It does reduce AoE damage
Brecken
though.
landing the Q3, dodging the
Dodging the
charm from
charm.
Ahri.
-1.
Missing the Q. Another Q3 landed. He's being
Oh,
tricky.
Galli was trying to go in, gets the taunt onto Ali. She's separated.
Caitlyn does miss her own Q there.
And the flash secures she gets out without dying.
Well played by Ali. Get out.
Yep.
Good sidestepping by Miguel as well. He needs to be careful. You're dealing it within the execute range of Caitlyn's R.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably one auto and R away. Nathan gonna pull out the ult. Heal nearly to half health. Oh.
Coming back in with the W. He doesn't have. Oh,
And he gets it with the sun pot, or
minions.
with the
I think
Bobby Cinder.
I think it was the minions.
Oh, yeah.
Jesse's just like, yeah, you're immune, but that's my gromp.
Good use of that dash. Brecken looking just to harass this Ahri the same way she was probably harassing him pre-6.
Mm-hmm.
ECU is on the board. 1 kill as well.
I would have thought that he would have rushed Vamp Scepter to heal off the poke, but he's just like, nah, I'll dodge it.
He's probably playing around the fact that Yone has reduced cooldown with attack speed.
Yep.
Opting for the reverb though.
Which weirdly enough makes him bad
That was
level 1.
actually perfectly done by Brecken there. The timing of that W perfectly shielded that tower shot. To where he was still able to get an auto and another Q off.
Yeah.
Small attention to the details. He does have R, so if he catches this Ahri without her W or R up herself, before she can use it, it's likely going to lead to a kill. Oh. Make sure you land that Q3.
Nathan's like, I want the plate, so triggers demolish and gets out.
With Gwyn bot, there's not a world where he dies here.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that healing. It's crazy. Jax did not opt to go for any sort of early anti-heal either.
Mm-hmm.
As a set player, I typically don't. I don't opt for anti-heal that much at all.
Yeah.
Just because it's kind of a fake stat, especially with chance like that. But you know,
Yeah, they're gonna heal regardless.
we got the second drag coming up here, and it looks like ECU's in a decent position. If they can get some priority or a play made bot lane, even they could get.
Jax.
Might have a good chance of getting that. Jax using the R, the flash, and everything.
Nathan says,
Nathan
nah,
does
I'll
the
kill
kill.
you.
He's definitely getting. He does get the
And
Jax.
get one kill.
And he's likely, yes, the Gwen has no CC to stop him from eating away and getting away with a complete robbery there.
And she
Well, wait.
doesn't have the Rift Maker yet to amplify her damage that she does.
Looks like Jesse used the opportunity of seeing Gwen top to recall in preparation for this dragon. Gwen is still opting to stay top, which honestly I don't know why. This would mean a free drag to ECU, I would think, but Ivan has terrible.
Oh,
DPS.
another sidestep on the charm. We get an engage
Oh,
on the
big
Galio.
oh, close.
Oh, but Caitlyn was trading back onto Jin the entire time.
Yeah, I saw that aggro was on the Galio, probably trying to secure that kill, but just comes up a little bit short.
Mm-hmm. Is Lichbane first normal on Gwen? Oh, Brecken coming in. Forces the flash, but I think the Caitlyn
There.
might still be dead.
Nope.
He has Q3 again. Flash
Both
Q3.
thumbs down. Another Q. Taken down by Brecken. Both all still goes
Aw.
down to the Caitlyn. Now he's
But
going
that-
to be getting plates mid at this time as well.
That does secure us the feats of warfare, though. There's no way to. Well, I guess we can use down here.
Yeah, we did get the third kill before they got that kill. Question
How
is,
we
who's gonna
trying to
get that first break? Because we got a bottom tier bottom tier one. That's okay. It's just damage.
Yeah. Yeah, a while ago they changed how towers display HP on the minimap. And it's been so hard to tell. If he got that Q off, he would have been able to go for a trade onto the Jax, triggering the pullback with the tower. Galio forced the flash.
Jesse just barely out of range to steal that dragon at the last moment there, but everybody's kind of at a health disadvantage at the moment.
So we did secure the feats of strength and the upgraded boots. Looks like just through CS and plates, we're ahead in gold by almost half an item.
Ali is messing with my eyes right now. I see two Yones and a
Mhm.
map. That one, the one mid is out.
I know. And it always looks like she's low HP trying to bait people in. Be like, there's been times where I've seen that, I'm like,
We see
oh wait, we
some
could kill him.
Aggressive positioning up towards Rip Herald.
Ooh,
Brecken taking
walk.
a lot more damage than he used to there.
Yeah.
Alright,
Ari
gonna pop
coming in with the R, but
Brecken
Brecken
does have the
his.
shield. He gets Ari's flash out.
He does
And she dies to the minion aggro!
the minions.
Oh!
Tragic. Jax does have the TP. I think that means we get Rift for free whenever Miguel and Ali get back on the map.
Hard to say. That Caitlyn's still mid and she's quite strong.
Mm-hmm.
Got a whole BF sword up on our ADC.
Oh. Yes, you
He's
get.
gonna jump the wall to get some poke off on Jesse.
Nathan's like, I want to take a fight here or at least get out.
Hmm. Jesse getting full tier 2 boots on his recall. Another control ward. Jesse's. I don't know how to just. I don't know a lot of players like him that play support from the jungle position. It doesn't. It just perplexes my mind. He like. Just the items you build. It's very team reliant. Me, I could never personally.
Oh,
But-
that minion, it's Ali.
Oh, it is. I wonder if that's actually Allie's health right here, or if that's her health
No,
as a minion.
that's her disguise as health. Unfortunately, replays don't show it.
Ooh, I don't know if I like the Yone into Jax in the side lane, simply because Jax is an auto-attacking counter, which Yone's DPS is heavily reliant upon his auto attacks.
Jesse's coming down, so we may be looking for something.
Oh yeah.
We do get the flank.
Who
We
he
do
gonna
back
jump
it up on the minions.
We get
Ward
the
the
Jax flash
flash.
out.
He ward hops away.
Flash and ward hop. I don't even think he dies if he lands by the lands Q there.
Yeah.
Oh well, Brecken does. He does have R, and they don't have a. Oh no, they got a tower to fall back on. He's just trying to stay extra safe. Who knows? Gonna get the E out from the Jax.
Yep.
That's the danger. That's the tricky thing of trying to be aggressive into a Jax under his towers, because there's always a chance he'll stun you. And you take 3 tower shots, and you're sitting there at a quarter health, waiting to be somebody's plus 300.
And again with the recent E change to Yone, he can't just be like, nah, I'll buffer it. Because now the CC goes through, and then Yone snaps back. This is a nice and slow game. Now there's only one form of Otacon. I haven't necessarily felt its impact too much, because now what it does is when you get kills, it'll have a circle around you that slows and does 10% current HP damage, I think. Caitlyn's setting up traps for the dragon.
Yeah, CSUDH is playing around these objectives well, but it's kind of hard to play on that bot side with that Caitlyn CS and kill lead.
Yeah. Looks like we may be trying to find something as Brecken stacks his Qs on the wave.
This is the Q3.
Nathan's coming in.
Nathan's.
Jax is coming in. Gwen was forced out. If we can burst this
If
down
we
and get
turn on
out.
this fight, we need to get the Caitlyn.
I didn't
Huge
see
backdoor
Ali
by
there.
Ali. Huge.
Ali absolutely shredding up their
Nathan's
back
R.
line,
Everybody's
but
in complete and utter chaos. Yone's in the back line chasing down the Jax, and the Galio's going to go
we
down, and the
lose
Dragon.
no
pin.
one.
A complete ace with 0 losses to ECU.
That was incredible.
Narrow fight, but this is going to open up the window for ECU to take a massive gold lead here.
I'm not sure about CSUDH, but I did not see Ali there.
And
Whatever she was disguised as.
ECU did secure that dragon. No?
Mm-hmm.
Huge.
Yep.
play.
So we
Wonderful flash by Ali to start that off and get that Caitlyn locked down.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to transition into both towers mid.
Total of 3 towers, and we expand our gold lead to 7,000.
Galio is such a good person for stopping his back. Wonderful person. Nathan's going to get caught out, but does he get caught? Does he get killed here? I think he's just a little too tanky.
Nope, and Daisy's over here saying, nah, I'll 1v1 the Gwen.
Daisy's presence truly does make kind of like a 6 versus 5.
One thing I like about the interaction with Gwen is Daisy's counted as her own entity, so she can damage Gwen whenever
Oh, that's hilarious.
Ivern is not in the circle for Gwen is immune.
I mean, if you think about it, that would be kind of like horrendous to play
Yes.
into as Ivern if it didn't.
But I'm not sure Annie's. I know Annie's Tibber won't stun, but that sort of makes sense because the stun comes from Tibber's. No, it comes from Annie, not Tibber's.
Brecken gonna get caught by a stray charm here. Well, not
But-
stray, but
It's not meaning much. He has Blade. He's just gonna heal it all up in a wave or two.
I mean, the lifesteal's nice and all, but he's got that 2-level lead. That's what really probably makes him feel a bit more comfortable. Gwen is hovering bot side at her own Krugs, so Brecken might be a little careful in how he's stepping up. But if the Gwen recalls,
Oh, Ari!
Oh, it
wait,
looks
with
like-
the R away, she R's in
Yeah,
a
well,
straight
she's-
line and she's dead.
she's executed. You see the dark mark above her head, and it's over.
Yeah.
The Gwen recalled at just the wrong moment, unfortunately for the Ari. Not that I can't say it was the wrong play, because if Gwen shows bot, that kind of gives ECU the green light to go do the one neutral objective. On
That's
the
currently on the map.
yeah. Shield from Jesse going to entirely block the Caitlyn R.
You have an ultimate ability? Here, let me deny it with my basic ability.
When they're going to be using Rich Herald mid in exchange for the Otacon, but I don't know that that's that great. Oh, it looks like they have objective bounties as well.
Yeah.
Jax is going to be closing in on Brecken. Brecken gets away just in time. Nathan's going to be able to engage on the Gwen though. Is he
gonna
able?
start healing.
Oh, TP comes in from Brecken to be able to get the Gwen off this overextension with the Rift Herald. So not only do they lose the Otacon, they also hand over the gold from basically their objective bounty that they got.
Now with numbers advantage, it'll be easier for ECU to set up vision for Dragon, ensuring we deny them soul point yet again. Jesse sees the Galio, walks in.
Brecken. Galio getting a sneaky taunt from
Oh,
Brecken.
Brecken.
Getting in the back line on the Caitlyn, who's their main damage. Going down.
Uh-oh, don't run into more traps.
Oh,
Oh, the flash in by Jax secures the death of Brecken.
big shutdown going over to CSUDH there.
Mm-hmm. Nathan
Who
TPing
did it go to though? It went to Jax. I mean, that's Jax's first kill of the game. I can't.
I'd rather have it on the Ari, but Jax is still not a bad
I mean,
person
yeah.
for it to be on.
Of
I'd
course.
rather have it on Jax than
Oh,
not have it
Nathan
on-
landing the stun on both the Ari and the Galio. Galio's gonna be able to
Oh.
ult out just in time.
Oh.
But Miguel secures the kill with a W.
I
If
think
it seemed confusing about that Galio's health bar and why he died from a single W, it's because that's a magic damage shield. It doesn't block from the physical damage, which Jin deals.
Yeah. That's one thing that's hard whenever you are playing a tankier target with Kanik or Galio. Sometimes you might
here
think.
is just going to be securing these objectives and keeping their gold lead and staying strong. Most of ECU's team scales pretty well. Ari's more of a mid-game champ. Gwen scales very strongly. Jax kind of can scale depending on how he builds. He could also be a more mid-game champ, and Caitlyn scales really well. Yeah, I think CSUH's team scales more overall, just kind of better into those late game team fights. So right now ECU is doing exactly what they need to be doing, and that's developing a substantial goal lead.
Oh,
Brecken's gonna get
Brecken.
caught out. He
Oh,
does not
Galio
manage-
steps in front of the R, but I think he gets away.
No,
One
he gets
slow
away because
isn't
we still
enough.
have the tier 3 tower. Or tier 1. All that for Brecken. They got his flash.
Yeah.
Gwen R is down for what looks like a total of like 10 seconds. The timer is moving fast. Looks like nobody wanted to flash from their team for that. Oh, Galio.
But Galio's flash is way I feel like it's way less important than Brecken's.
Oh yeah, probably, but still.
Unless if we like a Giga comp up, but I don't think we'll be doing that anytime soon.
Ari's gonna secure another objective bounty bot lane.
Bringing the gold gap to just shy of 6,000. This is what annoys me about objective bounties. The games where it's on and then off and then on and then off. On, oh, you got one objective, never mind, it's off.
Got a bot in the chat. Who's gonna get to it first?
Not me, because I'm not gonna tab out.
Or does that mess with the screen?
Yeah,
Oh.
because it'll only show the game if it's an active window. Looks like we're trying to get them to go bot after Brecken so we can get Baron. But they aren't budging. Nathan trying to go in on the Caitlyn, forces the flash, but Brecken's there on the flank and kills the Caitlyn. Galio ulted away, not to save the Gwen, not to save
Ally.
the Caitlyn.
Even with the flash, the Gwen can't escape. Allies are there.
Yeah.
Wonderfully played. I don't know if this probably transitions into an inhibitor at most. But
Maybe
definitely-
inhib into Baron.
Probably. How
We
long?
don't
oh,
have
well,
enough
the Caitlyn is
minions.
down. Caitlyn and Gwen are both down
don't-
for another 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, Baron then inhibs. That's the rule, right?
Inhib some Barons. Whenever you have the chance to take the closest objective, that includes inhibitors and towers, take them.
I don't think that's true.
No?
Truly don't. You secure a big playmaking objective like Baron, and that's going to make getting those towers and objectives way easier than if you try and rush it without it.
Yeah.
Why are they opting not to go for it, though?
I think maybe they thought they were up sooner and they had feared the Baron more.
Interesting.
Now our gold lead has expanded to about 8,000. We have Dragon coming up here in a minute. What CSUDH may try to look for is they may try to look to trade Baron for the Dragon. If they don't think they could contest, that's probably the next best play.
Miguel's doing good here by just finding CS where he can, getting gold and keeping the gold income going.
Mm-hmm.
Nathan's gonna engage on the Jax. Gwen is close by along with Galio. Galio's R is still up as well. Brecken gonna land the R on the Ahri.
Yeah, he even canceled her R with his R.
In these late game times, these picks are massive. Being able to just that Ahri is now down for 50 seconds, which is more than enough time to secure this Baron.
Uh-oh, Brecken. Galio's coming down, but I think the team may be too separated. If he can deny the Jax E.
He shields the.
Meanwhile, we're on Baron. Brecken may
does
get the
Brecken
Gwen
at
back.
least get-
Oh, so close.
Another shot down to CSUDH.
One thing I would like to point out is the gold lead between Brecken and Ahri. He's 2 items up. So that's why he can just straight up beat her. 2 items, I think 4 levels as well. They're trying to go for
CSUDH
the
is going
bear
for the
dragon,
dragon.
but
Nathan's just gonna
teleport in.
TP straight to the tower. Oh, did that one just respawn? Big
I'm not
fight's gonna break out. This is gonna decide it if ECU does manage tonight and knock these towers out or get some kills
they
here.
are buying enough time. Everyone from CSUDH is
Nathan
back
just
now.
tanking thousands upon thousands of damage.
I didn't know you could buffer Zaki like that.
I didn't even see it.
Jack's stun went off right as he was jumping, which is weird. Because I know with things like Tristana jump you can, but I've never seen it happen before with Zac. Brecken teleporting in and saying, I want to end this game now while we have Baron, we have numbers, we have Nathan pushing bot.
Oh, definitely.
Where's Ali
Brecken
this
barely
time?
catches the Caitlyn there, which is exactly the person he needed to take out in order for this game to come to an end. Gwen's R's gonna go out, but she's too going to fall. Ari is just getting decimated by Nathan in the at the Nexus towers. Oh my gosh. And it looks like this is just gonna
Brecken
be
and
it.
Jesse.
Nathan should be able to just solo end the game, even if the rest of them waste their time. Wait, does he go for the Jax? He does go for the Jax. you
KDA.
monster. Greedy.
Oh, he cues the Galio back in from the Nexus. He's like, get over here.
I'm not gonna lie, it's what happens when you don't play range top.
Mm-hmm.
You do.
GG.
Well played by both teams, though. That was
Yeah. It was really close early.
Yes, definitely. ECU played really well here.
And then we had that amazing dragon fight by Ali, catching 3 people out with the R.
When playing
all their
opponents like this,
backline.
there's not much chance to. You don't have a lot of windows to make mistakes. So I think, still well played.
Mhm.
Good game 1. Let's see where this goes.
The score should be updated soon. Yeah, we don't like range top laners here. I don't think I know anyone who likes range top laners. Yep, GG, well played. We played it safe. We didn't try and overforce anything. Whenever the game was slow, we let it be slow. Whenever we had an advantage, we found the advantage and pounced on it. So, well played by ECU. help, help, help. We're getting into draft. And draft started. We have the same side selection. CSUDH opted to stick with their side. They banned the Syndra. Who do we ban? We're going to ban the Swain. Zaya or Gnar. I don't care if we hard stomped them last game. We're banning the Swain, the Zaya, and the Gnar. Alright. We banned the Swain. Good. Step 1 complete. We are on our path to victory. They banned the Lilia. To be expected. Zaya or Gnar. Gnar. Okay. They banned the Ivern. Not want seeing that Jesse's menace on it. If we can get the Nunu through, this will be amazing. We should ban the Zaya. I don't think anybody on their side overperformed. They performed well. The game just started slipping. They picked the Nunu. Viego. I've heard Jesse say Nunu doesn't win the matchup. He just has to follow Viego around. He can't really make plays. So, Viego? Thank you for y'all's support, by the way. It's nice to see that people watch and support us as we are going through our wins, through our losses, through our rough patches. Thank you for being here. I want to see the Viego. Uh-oh. Okay. Last second, we picked the Mundo. It's likely Mundo Jungle. They picked the Jax. They picked the Ori. The Ori on the mid. What's nice, and I can hear them pointing out there in the draft, is they don't have Gwen. We're likely picking a tankier person for Nathan, so it's just free now, because we don't need to ban the Gwen. I mean, unless if we're seeing like Jack support, don't try it at home. We should be good. We do end up picking him the Urgot into the Jax. I wonder if this is a better matchup or if he's still going to take the phase rush and play to scale. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with him playing to scale. Because, especially in these competitive games, especially when you have things like Mundo, you don't need to force early. You can rely on your teammates. Whereas in solo queue, it's like, again, we miss our ban. I wonder why we keep missing our bans. Looks like we're typing. Alistar. Yep, we banned Alistar. Which is weird. Really weird. We missed the ban last time. We missed the ban this time. But it looks weird whenever I see myself looking over that way. Because the camera's over here. I'm looking that way to read chat. I thought I heard another. We banned the Jinx. We already have our ADC picked. No reason to not take them off something they're comfortable on. They do ban the Yone. If they ban the Yasuo, it may be a bit harder if Brecken does have to play an AP pick into this Galio, and they do. Oh wait, but it's Orianna, not Galio. Never mind, Brecken wins these easy. Let's pick Brecken here. I want to see Brecken, because he's playing Aurora regardless, I think. So... LeBlanc. And now we get Ali. Whatever she wants, whatever she finds most comfortable, whatever she finds best into their comp. So this will actually be a pretty good match for ECU. I will be right back. No, they picked our Nico while I was gone. Quirky Nico. I'm not sure if they play Nico or Quirky. I don't know. I went against a Quirky top. It was very, very annoying. So, Milio. That'll be nice with the Nunu CC, the Nico CC. Help peel. Jin already has long attack range, so giving him even more is better. They will have a big wombo combo with the Nico Nunu Ori, but especially with LeBlanc and the Milio, we shouldn't be caught out with that. Nunu does have to be careful to not go super far forward and lose Orianna's ball, which sometimes can be hard because as Nunu, you want to go fast. You got the Nunu Gaming. I think the Jin. We're playing Protect the Jin with Urgot Mundo Milio. And then we have Brecken who's going to go in there be an annoyance. They really have no instant CC. As long as he's not standing in right in front of the Nunu when he dashes in, he can be a menace. Brecken being the he. Are we ready, game? It's funny, we must have sent it at the same time because it was just, yep. I'm not sure how the Quirky Nico's gonna go. I didn't know they played Quirky. And I think they're like, ah man, we don't want to run the Nico. I guess we pick it. Which sort of seems like they did that with the Nunu as well. I will say, I feel like the Milio will be a big part in this game. Not only giving Jin the extra attack range. I don't know what I was planning on saying there. Extra attack range, giving Jin the extra attack range, and the safety with the cleanse, which CSUDH already doesn't have the most CC. So the 1 or 2 opportunities they now have to pick off the Jin now becomes like 0 to 1. If they have 1 to 2, it's 0 to 1. If they have 1, it's 0. So as long as Ali can position well on this, we should be sitting pretty. Yeah, that's really weird to me. It's really weird the fact that you know if they play the Nunu and the Nico?
What?
Do you know if they play CSUDH? Do you know if they have games on the Nunu and Nico?
Yeah, they play Nunu. This guy is like a copy of Jesse.
Okay.
But one thing, Jesse, I love this pick. I love Mundo Jungle.
Yep.
That is my boy. That is my champ. He is. Mundo goes where he pleases. And this time, they don't got that nasty Gwyn to shred his health bar. So he gets to just listen to Satisfaction on repeat and just walk down mid lane.
Yeah, I heard. I heard y'all talking about needing to ban the Gwen, and then y'all realize that wait,
yeah, they
y'all
locked
don't
in-
need to.
they
They
locked in
have
Nunu.
jungle and top, so the Gwen wouldn't be able to go anywhere.
I think last semester during the finals championship, Alex, I have half the mind to ban you for saying that.
Teemo top is amazing.
Anyways, moving on.
Vayne top is even better.
You deserve great things to come to you.
Thank you.
Anyways.
Trigger Coda 101. Mention range top and how great they are.
Anyways. Well, anyways, I love the Mundo pick. More so, I think this is an even better matchup for Nathan in the top lane as well, because Nathan, I think he's got a lot more mastery on Urgot and experience into just like in general, just more experience and everything. So the fact that they didn't get to ban Nathan's Urgot here and he locked it early, I'm excited to see that. I recommended the LeBlanc to Brecken during the draft just because I know Oriana doesn't have a lot of mobility. And with there being a Nunu on the other team, that's going to give one of our lead roles a good outing from
Yeah.
getting ganked.
Also,
Takes more power away from that Nunu. And Jesse knows the inside of a Nunu player's mind better than any other player I know. So he'll be tracking this jungler throughout the entire game. There's not a doubt in my mind. Yeah, you see them pinging that Mundo in the jungle with Smite, and I love it. They might have thought it was Urgot jungle. I don't know.
5-stack. I think they were mainly pinging the ghost rather than the flash. 'Cause
No, they ping both.
yeah.
He went to ping the Mundo stuff and he missed and he hit LeBlanc's teleport.
Guys, LeBlanc has teleport. You better get out of there,
Miguel.
Miguel. Nice flash.
Yeah,
I'm not entirely sure he should be standing there. Especially with Ali so far back.
I'm not certain why Ali is there. Maybe that's some new tech they discovered.
Are they gonna cheese the Nunu? Uh-oh. Nathan walked a bit too far forward.
I don't think there's a world where they get caught, killed, or anything here.
I was hoping to see
Good
some
reaction. That's a
cheese.
smart reaction from CSUDH to
Walking,
move top after they knew they had been spotted.
also walking the Oriana in with them, so it's not just a straight up 2v2.
You can tell who the support is just from the way that support's looking to poke with their gold. Reckon getting an early electrocute proc off within the first seconds of the waves getting to play.
Also, you're
This Corki isn't able to harass our Jhin as easily as the Caitlyn was. Caitlyn has the greatest range out of any ADC in the game. Nico is going to get that stun on our ADC, but
Did it do damage?
Well, Porky doesn't have R yet, so he can't really follow up that much. He's gonna hit level 2 just in time
The
for that.
early ignite.
It's easy work.
If any,
Nico's Ignite's now gonna be down for a hot minute.
I wonder
Does
if they
he have-
ignited the level up.
He still has his potions. I don't see a purpose in holding it still, but I don't know bot lane level up timers like that. So
I think on the 4th wave they'll put it.
it's a flash here.
Barrier and heal used.
Just let it come to you. Patience. We see this Urgot or this Jackson not having a pleasant time getting crashed in already. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful combos coming out from Brecken already.
You just gotta play back.
Smart thing actually for, well, no, I guess
What were you gonna mention?
I was gonna talk about how Brecken sends the clone under the tower, so it's harder for the Orionis to secure the 25 gold from it, but honestly, you could have sent it the opposite direction.
Yeah, done the same.
It just would have just ran out. Oh, beautiful kick. Well, I don't
Yeah,
know the
kick.
ability. Whatever.
Everyone
to
calls
knock
it the
that
kick.
Corky away from Miguel. Nunu going to bot side without the snowball.
He did not secure the crab actually.
No. A lot of people will underestimate Mundo's clear in the jungle. It's always funny to see. So it looks like Jesse is going to secure the
Double
double
crab. That used to be such a big thing back in the day.
Day,
When
like
Ju-
a year ago.
Yeah, when jungler was a lot faster. I feel like it was longer ago.
About a year ago, they nerfed the whole jungle XP stuff.
Yeah.
Look
Watching
at the CS level.
watching
even.
back.
Oh, well, Jesse's already developed quite a decent lead for being in the jungle. Thing is, Mundo is really weak
Double
early.
scuttle.
Maybe not in the jungle because that slows pretty OP, but I reckon playing with fire. I told him before the game started to take Nunu coming by top lane to say hi. Be sure he's taking like low risk trades, low risk plays, you know? I need the ops to stay.
I think he. Oriana's too low, too close to the tower, so they're both gonna reset. They're both gonna TP back. They should have similar buys. Brecken actually completes the full lost chapter on her.
Yeah, that 8 CS makes a difference. Sooner Jesse gets Heartsteel, the sooner he's going to be able to play this game. You see Nunu coming in with the gank. Jesse is there for the counter gank, though. It depends on if Miguel's able to get out. Oh,
The
Nunu.
minion Nunu's snowball just didn't last long enough, and
Jesse's
Jesse's here.
Porky gonna use the dash to dodge the Mundo
Here
bonus
for
on
moral support, but
briefcase. Oh my gosh!
What- what's
Breaking
that
the damage is
control?
beautiful with the electrocute proc.
okay, I just want to go back to mid to point this out. That's the big difference.
Might have been a misclick.
Don't worry. Later he'll think it's Nico.
It looks like ECU is going to be securing the first dragon here as well. Mundo's Q does percent max health damage to monsters as well. So
Is
it
it
is
like a
actually
cap?
wonderful. Did you see that damage on the scuttle?
I'd assume it's not.
It's excellent to leash as Mundo in the top lane, simply because you typically want to give up priority anyways. You don't want to be taking trades as Mundo because if they crash a wave into you, Then
Top laners still haven't backed, finally setting their resets now.
Nathan going with another core buy, which he did this into this guy's Gnar last time we played CSUDH, and I think one of our people said they didn't like the purchase from Nathan, but in this instance it seems to be working out pretty well because paired with Urgot's AoE autos and Tiamat should be pretty easy to play. Rather. Does he secure it? He does.
+1. What I'd love to see Nico do now is just hide as that control ward and see if he can catch Brecken out.
Visiting the comments again. I once knew a person who played Teemo top in a competitive game.
I still know a person who once played Teemo top in a competitive match. They actually did pretty well.
Brecken gonna be caught out here. Nico stun
Nico,
also
the-
ignite, and that's just not gonna be enough to take down Brecken. With Jesse there, it's hard for them to contest with
Yeah.
Brecken's health, even with Ali there. But
Oh,
Okay,
Miguel
okay.
taking a fight. He can't open up with R as Corky just has such long range.
that is a disadvantage of this 1v1 in the bot lane right now, is that Corky's got that fourth ability just on the standby. We see
Good
Nathan
buffer.
here.
He's
Takes a
gonna have the
flash.
flash.
Does he have-
Oh!
He sidesteps the Nunu, but that stun is
Aw. Wow,
First
first
blood
blood
to
9
Jax.
minutes in.
If there were still two Autocons, I think we'd be seeing the Voracious one. Or wait, no, it's the Voracious
Yeah,
one. That was the Revive Autocon.
I always called it GA Otacon. Which is funny because I think it's harder to say than Revive Otacon. Brecken's coming down. They don't have vision on him, now they do.
That Corky's low on mana.
Aw.
He does sidestep the LeBlanc stun. Rude.
Chain of Corruption. There's some abilities in League that have a sick name. Like Scatter the Weak's a pretty good one. Chain of Corruption.
Big CS gap in favor of the Mundo. I don't know about jungle,
And in
but I do know in the
favor-
top lane, if the Mundo has even farm as whoever he's playing against, he is hard winning. So it's a good sign to me.
Mhm.
Anybody could pull up YouTube and look at Aloysius' videos and tell that an even Mundo is a happy Mundo.
An even Mundo is a winning Mundo.
Hard winning. It's not even close. You hit 20 minutes and you're just unkillable.
Soon Nathan will take over to level 9 and he can have permanent uptime on the W
Nunu,
if he so
gonna look-
chooses.
we missed it. But
Yeah.
the Nunu is looking to go
Snowballed
in
into
there.
the wall.
Snowballed. Yes. Snowballed into the wall.
Ooh, a nice
Mm.
quick trade.
And
And he
he-
dodges the Oriar.
Oriana's got to be so mad right now.
I'd be quaking in my boots right now.
I'd need a new monitor probably. in a competitive game like this, I'm getting heated over something like that.
Aw, the chain barely out of reach.
What does this mean? What does this transition to? Toss that to you. Looks like he's setting up. I told them beforehand. Between Brecken and Jesse, I said, you know, you might keep an eye out for if Jesse lands one of those bone saws on somebody because it does a pretty hefty slow. So that kind of secures his sigil and W landing as well. Without a flash, that is. You know. Looks like he just finished his cull as well, so he's going to get that extra 350 gold to expand this lead in the top lane.
And
Well,
that
actually,
ends up evening out the gold lead.
I don't know. He's got a 20 CS. He's
I
got
mean,
a 15
overall.
CS. Well, he's got a 15 CS lead on top of Cole. So that's kind of like giving him 2 kills. So that would put him at about a 1 kill gold advantage. Miguel gonna get caught out here.
and the
Even
R is a
without
bit
the
late.
Milio R.
Flashing away for safety.
Yeah. You see, Jesse secured the Heartsteel. That's a big power spike for Mundo. He's five charges off from completing his jungle pet as well, so he's gonna have that smite advantage. But
Ooh,
Nunu's already-
Brecken trading onto the Nico.
He's already completed Ludens as well. We're getting to the point in the game where players are gonna be finishing the first items and whatnot.
Yep.
Looks like he's to the point where a single cycle of his abilities will also full clear away.
Quirky finishing Bloodthirster first. I'm not sure if that's normal. I don't see many Quirkies in my matches. Jesse with the invade on the top side, knowing
Gross.
Nunu just took
No,
Dragon.
no early crit Corky. Interesting. The Mundo invade. It's hilarious. In my eyes and from my role that I play, Mundo is incredibly, incredibly weak. And to be invading or doing something as bold as invading the enemy's jungle at 13 minutes is just... I couldn't do it as a top laner, that is, unless somebody was foolish enough to give me like 2 or 3 kills early. And I had a jungler who loved me.
Nunu'd be mauling right now. He took his bot side camps,
I
and
mean,
now he has
Jesse's-
nothing.
Yes, he's got a 2-level lead on this Nunu. Granted, Nunu doesn't really need
They're coming
anything.
for a play in the jungle, but we're collapsing.
This is
seeing it on the
greedy.
board.
I think Jesse is just in this guy's head. Is Jesse gonna be? Oh, he does get the. Oh my gosh!
Nico are just on one person.
There's so much going on. Jesse's gonna
Jesse's
R
gotta
after the
peel back
Nunu.
to his
He
team.
did this last time, but he died last time. Jax is gonna make it onto our ADC.
Ooh, good
Down
engage
goes
by
Nico
Nathan.
to our Mundo. Heartsteel procs going off left and right.
Now we
Jennar's
need the
gonna be
R.
popped. Looks like they're all gonna be able to get out for the most part. And the disengage comes
This
off
is
pretty easily.
game 2, by the way. For those
This is
who-
game 2.
Score is 1-0 in favor of ECU.
We see this Mundo jungle becoming a menace.
Yep. And it looks like he got 2 Heartsteel stacks.
I mean, out of a single fight or altercation in the jungle, getting a kill and Heartsteel stacks is perfectly fine by us.
Yep. Especially because we lost nothing in return.
Disgusting. Or jungle clear. Brecken getting a nasty trade on Oriana in the bot lane.
Somehow Oriana is up a level.
Well, it's because Brecken just hit level 11.
Yeah.
Brecken's been roaming. That's what his champ wants to do.
Impacting
You want
the
to shove.
map.
You want to shove the waves and go.
Go venture elsewhere.
Yeah, it looks like. I believe. I hope he goes Swifties. Yeah. I love it. Jesse's not letting that Nico get away again. Granted, he got her eventually, but you know.
Yep.
Told him last time I was like, I'd go Titanic. Titanic, Overlords, Auto EQ Titanic.
I think that's better if you're side laning.
Hmm?
I think.
Oh, that's a
Before-
machine gun Mundo combo. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But the thing about jungle is you can skip warm-ups because there's not much of a strat there buying warm-ups.
Oh, dodged everything of Oriana's and
Except-
forced the flash.
He did get caught by the R, just the edge of it.
But everything before then was perfectly played out by Brecken. Bull Breaker first. Weird. Because we haven't seen him able to get much work done onto the tower. Brecken going for a quick trade and more like a quick kill.
Nasty. Just the ability to blink out of turret aggression is just insane.
Mm-hmm.
Not to give spoilers, but I do believe I just heard one of our players say they missed a cannon, so expect a forfeit soon.
Expect a big -1 to appear on the replay screen. That would be funny if for like an April Fool's they did something like anytime you
the
missed
solo
a
goal here. Any team's gonna get the Rift Herald.
That's also first tower to us.
First tower, and there's the
They-
feats are still up for grabs. Actually,
They got the objective feat, so the next team to get a kill is the team that wins feats of strength.
yes.
Looks like we are taking
But
the
the fact that we're getting early dragons is just oh well. They need to hurry up on this. They need to hurry up on this.
This Nunu's not even trying to come in.
Jesse would never. I'm just saying, my jungler ain't gonna let that slide.
Yeah, we see Jesse taking the blast cone, Wing in, being like, guys, I want this dragon.
He's not confident in the Q smite. There's not many junglers that can outsmite a Nunu. If Nunu's within like sniffing distance of an objective, you can get it stolen.
Yep.
Looks like both ADCs running low on mana, wherever they're at.
Mid. At this point in the game. At this point in the game,
Substantial gold
it's general. Ooh.
deficit in the bot lane.
I'm sorry, Brecken, for saying you were a level down on Orianna. You've redeemed yourself. You're now 2 levels up.
He's looking to claim those feats.
Yeah, hiding in the
500s.
bush. Orianna's gonna check with the Q, which will
Does that give her
bottom
vision
out.
in the full bush?
Should. Oh, we barely missed it. But I've started playing a couple matches of Ori recently on my ult, and it does give vision.
It's sort of like a Lux
Arkin being
P.
safe and recalling here. I think that's a smart move. Otacon will be spawning bot. Looks like Nathan is gonna catch the Jax by surprise by coming out of the bush at the last second, taking about a quarter of his health. What are the stage on top lane?
I think our team's skills better than theirs.
Oh yeah, the
not
main
sure how
concern is the
well-
Corki.
Yeah,
Corki
because he will
skills
start doing
tremendously,
true
but
damage.
all we need is we just need to get like stay like relatively even, kind of close in levels. He's only down 2 right now. Could be worse. Could be worse. He's doing good. He's not dying, and he's farming. That's all we can ask him.
Ooh, Brecken maybe. No, Nunu snowballed into a wall again. I was gonna say Brecken may be getting cut out. He has his W to blink away, and
W and R. There's not a world where he gets caught.
no, his R's down. He used it for wave clear. Looks like
Yeah,
we
we're
are
gonna
catching
land
out the
the-
Nico.
Okay.
Are coming out. Just one more shot.
Oh,
no!
no! Flashes and down goes the Nico. Oh,
If they
that's
both
bad.
flashed, it would have been fine.
Jesse's gonna R. He's getting the shield
Oh?
from the Milio. LeBlanc comes in, secures the kill on the Nunu. It just feels bad.
Yeah.
This
Brecken
should
looking
secure
for the
Otacon.
Porky.
Oh.
Oh no,
And
he
the
misses
stun-
the
no,
W,
the
but the
stun-
chain of corruption is enough.
The fact that you know these abilities' names is like impressive.
I only know a few.
Is the clone attacking and dealing damage to that
No, I
Orianna?
don't think so. I think the clone can trigger like Airy, but I don't think it does damage.
Nathan gonna miss that and get stunned under the tower. Is he still taking tower aggro?
Yeah, hey, he
Nathan
let it hit the
taking
cannon
7
once.
shots mid lane.
Don't worry. Oh, he's just baiting the Jax into a false sense of security so he can ERW.
That Nico flash is actually very critical. Whereas some supports, like, their flash isn't that big of a deal. Nico and her R revolve out of that combo and being able to catch the enemy team off guard.
She does have Rocket Belt, but sometimes Rocket Belt itself is not enough.
That's pretty common. Like, that's a really small dash.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see this Mundo build. He got 2 items. Now We get to see the cooking happen. Spirit Visage is gonna allow Mundo to press R whenever he's just this close to dying. And all of a sudden, he's gonna have another health bar. It's fun to watch. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear it now.
Uh-oh, Nico's trying to get a punish on this Urgot for having no flash, but she has no flash either, and she's just gonna go down.
And Nico
Doesn't even need to use the R. And Jax has to flash out. Nathan whiffs the R, but Brecken's here, and that's securing the kill.
Oh,
Nunu's like, I know how to drive. I got my snowball, driving Herald down mid, taking tier 1 and getting good damage on tier 2.
if I'm that Jax, I'm not letting that Nico try to commit to that play.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the Jax,
Especially because she was half HP.
even though Urgot had no kills at that point, you can still see that you knew he had a Cole at that point.
Jesse's just like, I don't care about 2 tower shots.
Mundo goes where he pleases.
See, look. What 2 tower shots were we?
Look at it.
What 2 tower shots were we talking about? Because I don't see no damage on the Mundo. Now Nathan goes for the Black Cleaver. I've seen him do this quite a bit, and it shows his mastery over Urgot. He'll go Tiamat just for the wave clear.
Yeah.
And his style of play on Urgot generally... what's that damage from Brecken?
That just feels unfair to play against.
Yeah.
Does he have?
Wait,
He's got 9 stacks on a Dark Seal.
Nathan got it from the Nunu. The Nunu didn't save his Q.
This jungler is not having a good night. It cannot feel good to have everything taken from you by a Mundo of all champs.
Also, like, look, Jesse's 100 CS up.
Oh, the Flame Horizon is just.
You don't
just
see
right
that
there.
often in the jungle, especially after the changes we were talking about earlier.
In competitive play, to have a Flame Horizon be on the screen is insane.
Nathan.
It looks like they're all going to be going for the greedy dive.
Oh,
here's
no!
the R. The big shield's going to come from the Nunu R, but he still takes him out. Down goes Nathan, handing over a shutdown, but it just.
That's a bit
not
tragic.
to.
Bash.
Not to bash anybody, but I mean, it going to the Orion is probably a scenario. The only other person I can think of it going to maybe the Jax.
Well, speaking of Jax, he has no HP bar.
Yeah.
Brecken called, got a restraining order against Jax's HP bar. Says it can't ever go past 40% whenever he's near Brecken. I don't know, Brecken like always goes in on the Jax as soon as he sees him, I feel like.
I have no idea what you just said.
A bunch of nonsense.
I was trying to keep up with it. I really was. You had me there for a second. I thought I understood it, but I just lost it. ECU with a 6K gold lead. Feels good.
And what I like to see is we're just playing these games slow. We aren't over forcing whenever it's...
From what I hear, these guys are they seem to be having fun. I think that's what's like allowing them to play a bit more comfortably. Even last game, you know, it sounded like spirits were still high after like we gave up first blood. So yeah, mental's 60% of league is being able to stay calm.
Stay calm. No, keep calm, camp on, and ooh, a ranged top laner. Sure. Yep.
I'm not gonna lie, that's very deserved.
Jax just can't have an HP bar if he's within the vicinity of Brecken. It's still crazy to me when I see the CS gap in the jungle. Because
Mundo's jungle clear is insane.
But it's,
I mean,
especially with the jungle changes, you just never see that anymore. Looks like we are going to try and
CSU is
get the
gonna be able to
Baron
spot them
Under their noses.
and test this. There's movement.
They do use the
maybe.
Scryer's Bloom.
What world is that?
or no, that's a. I feel like some. Oh, the
Yeah.
Scryer's Bloom is a plant. Scrying Orb, I think, is what blue trinket
What
used to be
might
called.
Jesse go for?
You went blue.
Good.
And check over there. He's just a blue boy.
That's keeping up with everything is difficult. Now the distraction of Baron did allow Nathan to get that bottom tier 2. That's another 700
And it
gold in
did
ECU's
force
favor.
out. It forced out Oriana TP, which makes it hard for
The brave
CSUDH.
Nunu, Mr. Nunu.
Because if we need to send Brecken or Nathan tops, because they can teleport down to Dragon if we want to contest it. If we want to say you get Dragon, we get Baron, we can.
You know, I'm gonna go ahead and say I just know that Jesse knew he was going straight for his Raptors.
Yep.
His jungle tracking, that's the one thing I struggle with.
Yes,
Keeping
if
track of
you-
the jungler is the enemy jungler.
If you ever play a game with Jesse, you can be like, hey, where's the jungler? And he's like, oh, right here. He's on his wolves. You get vision of it, and it's like, they are on the wolves. Wow.
Hey,
Oh.
you guys only
Brecken.
trying to get the flash out. That Nunu flashes into a wall, but he does
What?
still secure it with.
I
Aura.
think he flashed over the
But
wall. It
wait,
was a replay.
this does secure soul for.
Looks
looks
like we're
CSGH
trading
is gonna
soul
go.
for Baron.
Interesting.
I think in the long term, this
Does
will actually
this?
be a
No,
benefit
I
for
think they're going
ECU.
straight there. If Nathan has
They
TP,
burn it down too fast,
Nathan does have TP.
but Jax is there to cancel. They do get the Baron. They do get out. Nathan's
If they
saying,
can
"That's
stop,
my
if they can stop
tower."
his back, they're gonna be able to respond to Nathan in time. But I mean, Cloud Soul is
Permanent.
kind of nasty.
Especially
Having-
when you think of people like LeBlanc.
Nah, I'm thinking Urgot Mundo. You're never gonna catch
Mm-hmm.
Jin again because he's got the passive, the movement speed in his passive.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Down goes Miguel,
I think he
instantly knocked out by that
who
Oriana.
did the R hit. I know it hit someone.
Who's our?
Nathan's.
Looks like it hit Allie's clone, or not Allie. So you can see an Allie play Nico.
Yep.
It hit
Every Nico is called Ally.
the Nico clone because I saw the execute bar on it. What a nasty use of clone. That's crazy.
Yeah, there's things like that. If you're fast enough,
Looks like the Flame Horizon is complete in the jungle.
if you're fast enough,
Hey.
can you react to Blitzcrank hook with Nico clone?
I don't know about the Unending Despair from Jesse. Just because I don't feel like you're in the fights long enough for it to actually like be valuable. Well, he did already have Spirit Visage. Maybe. Let's check the stats on it. Healing damage. Yeah. Maybe he just got it. Who knows?
Yeah,
We'll check
he
it out in
did.
the first fight he gets.
Let's look at the Spirit Visage numbers. Just his an entire HP bar.
4,000 HP. He's got more than 4,000
No,
HP.
he has slightly less.
Why is everything so zoomed out? There we go. I don't even know when that happened.
Check his HP. I think it'd be 4,200.
Oh yeah.
Did you?
Well, he's probably used his R like 3 or 4 times, but
Yeah. Oh, Miguel, don't get caught out. Nico with the flank with the Nunu.
I don't think this is that wise. I just feel like ECU is much stronger. They can dodge the. I mean, CSUDH's main hope is a big engage from both the Nico R stunning them all long enough for Nunu to get into position to
But also
pull off a fully charged R.
But also Nico Ori.
Oh yeah, that too.
Nico Ori into Nunu R. Jesse's like,
Jesse's
I
in
know.
3 surrounded by 3 people right now.
He's like, I know
I love it.
I already flamed Horizoned him, but I just need to do it more.
The Jax is gonna run away, but the Cloud Soul is going to give him that speed. He needs to catch up. The Jin trap.
Oh no.
He misses the hole.
Yep, the ward hop a bit too much. The
I
spell
don't
shield
think.
is great.
I mean, they tickle Jesse at this point.
Mm-hmm. One thing I'm sort of scared of, and it happens every game I play where Soul is taken, is Elder. Especially if you're playing into Nunu, which the Nunu hasn't, like, as you can see by the amount of, oh, poor Ori. Brecken has only been hit by like 2 Orianna ults that I've seen. It feels bad if you're playing as the Orianna there. But what I was saying about Elder Dragon is
He's got 10 CS a minute. He's got 10 CS a minute as Mundo in the jungle. Let's just take a second. Him and Nathan both have 10 CS a minute in a 32-minute game.
you don't. It's hard to get 10 CS a minute. I mean, these games are slower than your average game, but still incredible. I wonder.
I was just fully
'Cause-
disrespecting this team. It's really not that grand of a gold lead.
I don't
Let's see,
think we're
where's
necessarily
Red Bull?
disrespecting.
I mean, they're sitting at the red bug. His Nunu and walls, bro.
He just can't catch a break.
Oh, we do not drift those. I'm so sorry.
Earlier,
man.
I said he had his driver's license. I think it's been revoked. He's crashed his car one too many times.
Man, I almost feel bad for him, man.
I do feel bad for him. I
This
feel bad
Elder
for
is going
him,
to make such a
Orianna.
drastic difference if we get to the point of Elder and Baron
Also-
both spawn here soon.
Just even if we don't take it, the fact that we can say, hey, you're fighting us right here, right now.
CSUDH. Wait, Brecken is sitting here waiting. He's waiting in order to try and pull something off here.
Because we know we're going to fight, and we see them on the wards. Jesse
Jesse
coming
going in 1v4. 1v4. He
Baiting
popped
out
the
the-
early.
He
And
baited
we,
out the
we
Orianna.
already have Brecken on the backside.
Nico's
So
low,
we're just
Nico's
waiting.
dead.
Who are we gonna pick? Who are we gonna one shot? Watch Brecken on the left side. Watch him. Here he comes. He's got his eyes on that Nico. He's got his eyes on the Nico. Oh no, he wants to take out
Orianna
the
and
Corki.
Corki were just paranoid.
Down goes the Corki in a single LeBlanc combo. In goes Jax trying to pick
Dude,
up
the
our back
funny
line. Mundo in 3 different people. Not caring. Out goes the passive. He picks it back up. And he's going to this Nico. She's gonna pop Zanya's, but is that really gonna stop him? Of course not. Oh, the Nunu, the fully charged Nunu R just gets.
Oh no.
Does this the
Jesse,
end of-
no. No. Jesse, no.
Does Jesse
Wait,
live?
Jesse.
Not the mastery
Jesse.
flash!
Jesse, no.
Flash!
You didn't have to do it to him.
Oh, he's still dead. But
okay.
that's GG's. Oh, if he lives there, though.
I want to go out and
I'm
wanna
gonna
go-
go hug that man.
one thing I want to point out, this Jax may have been able to kill Brecken, but if you notice, no, we want to watch Brecken on the LeBlanc. The clone starts moving immediately, so he thinks that's the real one, and Brecken gets out alive. Oh, good game. Well played by ECU. I'm not sure what was different between today and a couple weeks ago when we played them in the finals, but we had a vengeance. We came and we got it. Well played to CSUDH, especially this game. It was a lot slower. It was a lot closer. All right. I'm not sure I have questions for you necessarily,
Yeah.
but we can come up with them.
It's because it's my last game ever in esports.
So here, scoot into the camera. Here we have Ali, our excellent support player. Something funny is Dakota accidentally called Nico Ali.
Yeah.
Because almost every time we see Nico, it's Ali playing it.
I didn't expect them to play Nico, honestly.
Mm-hmm. I was shocked by that as well.
But they were okay.
Mm-hmm. So, what do you think was the main difference between the game today and when we played them like a couple weeks ago in the finals?
I think it was just like we were working together more and stuff because at the finals it was kind of like hard to I think we were kind of disconnected, but this time we were like really working together and stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, because one thing I did notice here is compared to all y'all's games, y'all played these a lot slower. Y'all were like, we have a lead, let's just keep that lead. Let's not force it, let's not make bad plays.
yeah,
And y'all played very consistently.
honestly, it was kind of surprising we didn't try to fight every few seconds because that's what we usually do in the beginning and stuff. We try to fight
Yeah.
over things a lot, but I'm glad we pulled our heads together and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And,
You got any words to the people watching?
I had a great time in esports, and I'm glad I had the chance to like play with these people because these guys are like really wonderful, and I couldn't have asked for a better team. Even when like Connor and Mason were playing, they were good too. I was it was a good time like playing with them too when they were around and stuff. But yeah, I had no matter who it was, I was very happy and proud to be with them. So yeah.
All right.
I'm not sure what other things Cody wants me to say, but I hope, and then for like future people who are in esports, this is a good program. Cody is very good coach, and he's working hard, and he knows what to do and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because honestly, he's turned esports into something really good. So I'm glad we got Cody here too.
And he's also not just a good coach. Like, if you need to talk to him about anything,
Yeah, he's
you
like
can go and be like, hey, Cody, I had a question about this, question about that. And
Yeah.
he's always there.
he's a good coach, and he's a good friend, and he'll do anything for the esports people.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, okay. I don't know what else to say.
I think that's it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Those were very convincing games. ECU players, if you're watching this back, well played, well done. Y'all did excellent. Can't wait to see how we adapt to the changes next season with Ali, our support, being gone. And can't wait to see where we take this program in the future. I'm going to go check with Cody to make sure there's nothing else we need to say, nothing else we need to do, and then I think we're going to sign off. Thanks for being here for the journey. I appreciate it.